Got some amazing women to put you in front of today and to have a really great discussion about a possible career in technology, in digital and ICT, whatever you want to call it. There's a huge space to play in and there's lots of avenues to go down. So we've got women who are at different stages of their career, have chosen different paths and had different journeys to get there, and I'm sure you'll really enjoy hearing from them. I've had the pleasure of meeting them out there and already getting to know a little bit about them. Before we get into that, I thought I'd tell you just a little bit about myself. I want to thank Digital Careers for asking me to do this today. I've actually been working with them for the last 2 years, firstly developing their brand and helping them develop brand with lots of other stakeholders, website, social media. So that's one of the things I do, is my company, The Creative Collective, creates websites. So I guess that's in this technology sphere. We also do all their digital marketing. So if you haven't already, after today, we'd love you to go and like their Facebook page, go on their Twitter handle, which is DigiCareersAU, because we couldn't fit it all in there. They have Instagram where they show you what cool events they're doing around the place. So whatever particular channel you like using, they're pretty much there, and they'd love you to follow them as well. I tell you a bit about my journey. I did not set out to have a career in IT or technology or anything. In fact, I didn't really like computers when I went to school. I was the outdoorsy kid that liked to play sport, that made rep teams, and that hated sitting in a classroom. I couldn't really sit still. Does anyone identify with that, struggles with that? You used to? Yeah, we've got some in the room. Cool. So I had to do computers when I was 16. That's the first time I touched a computer at school, and it was for journalism, and it was to lay out a newspaper. And I remember getting really upset with the teacher and actually swearing at him, not very good behaviour, I bet, and wanting to throw the computer out the window because it just wouldn't do what I wanted to do and what I thought was logical. But fast forward, and I didn't end up going to uni. I left home young. And I just started working. I just tried something. And I was really lucky that someone decided to take a chance on me. And I worked in government in a communications department, and there were computers. And they offered me training courses, and I started doing all the Adobe suite and all the Microsoft suite. Hands up the students here who do the Adobe and Microsoft stuff at school anyway now. Cool. How lucky. We didn't do that when I was at school, so I had to go to a workplace, and I was really lucky that they paid for me to do that. But those skills you guys are already touching and developing are really valuable and giving you exposure and giving you options for your careers. I didn't know all along that I wanted to be an entrepreneur because no one said that to me. They all said, you go to uni, you get a job, you work for someone else, you save and you buy a house, and that's what you do, right? Well, what I've ended up doing is starting a lot of different businesses, and they've all had, I guess, something to do with IT. The first one was actually a newspaper when I was 17 years old. I sold it after my first issue because an American guy approached me and said, you've stolen my idea. And I said to him, how have I stolen your idea? I've never even met you. And I did my first deal, business deal, 17 years old, around a boardroom table. And 2013, I went to Silicon Valley. And a guy said to me there, businesses are a lot like pancakes, you stuff the first one up. And I said, oh my God, I'm so glad I started at 17 then, because that was a really bad stuff up. I just look back and think that was a bad business deal. Anyway, my second business was when I was 22, 23. It was an online t-shirt business, and I sold t-shirts from around the world. And I won a government grant within 1 month of being open. I won a website award, that was cool. And by 4 years later, I sold it for 5 figures, which is not a huge amount of money, but from zero and no loan, that's all right. It did up my kitchen. That was cool. Today, I run 3 businesses. The Creative Collective, which is a digital marketing and crowdfunding agency. If you want to know about crowdfunding, come and ask me after. I teach digital skills. We have a company that's called the Training Collective. So we go all around Australia and New Zealand and online, and we teach people about social media and how to build a website and SEO and all that kind of stuff. And I have an online portal that we created where you can go in and find business awards to enter, and we enter you into them. And the only reason I can do 3 businesses and be a mum to 2 kids and have a life and, you know, do fitness and all the stuff I love to do, travel, is because of technology. I can work anywhere. So I went to New Zealand and I worked for the summer. Who likes the idea of working anywhere? Yeah? Who wants to travel one day? Well, that's one really positive part of getting to know technology and making it work for you and your lifestyle. And your generation is sort of the first one coming through where this is totally your choice. You can design your life how you want to. And you're going to hear some other stories that are going to really get you thinking today about what that might look like.